Cape Town Confessions, Romance and Deceit. Cape Town, with its breathtaking landscapes and vibrant culture, served as the backdrop for a love story that began like a fairy tale. Linda, a talented artist known for her evocative paintings, lived a life rich in color and emotion. Her studio, nestled in a quiet corner of the bustling city, was her sanctuary. It was here that she poured her soul onto canvases, each stroke of her brush a reflection of her innermost feelings. Thabo, on the other hand, was a charismatic entrepreneur whose ambitions knew no bounds. He was as smooth as he was driven, a man who could light up a room with his smile. Their paths crossed at an art exhibition, where Thabo was captivated by Linda's work, and more so, by the artist herself. Their relationship blossomed quickly. Thabo's charm and Linda's passionate nature seemed like a perfect match. They spent weekends exploring the scenic routes of Cape Town, from the rugged cliffs of Chapman's Peak to the serene beaches of Clifton. Thabo would often surprise Linda with romantic dinners at upscale restaurants, where they would discuss their dreams and aspirations. For Linda, Thabo was not just a lover but a muse. Her paintings began to reflect the intensity of their romance, filled with vibrant colors and passionate themes. However, as the saying goes, not all that glitters is gold. Despite the seemingly perfect relationship, there were moments that gnawed at Linda. Thabo's constant busyness, his late-night meetings, and the occasional cryptic phone calls began to raise doubts in her mind. She tried to push these thoughts aside, convincing herself that her insecurities were unfounded. But one evening, during a romantic dinner at a restaurant overlooking the bay, Thabo's phone buzzed incessantly. He excused himself to take the call, leaving Linda alone with her thoughts. She overheard snippets of his conversation, and her heart began to race. The tone of his voice and the urgency of his words hinted at something more than just business. Back at her apartment, the atmosphere was tense. Linda couldn't contain her curiosity any longer and confronted Thabo. He brushed off her concerns, attributing the call to work stress. His nonchalant dismissal only fueled her suspicions. Linda decided to take matters into her own hands. Over the next few days, she began to observe Thabo more closely, noting his patterns and behaviors. Her intuition led her to do some digging, and what she discovered shattered her world. Thabo had been seeing another woman. Zanil, the other woman, was everything Linda was not. She was glamorous, wealthy, and exuded a confidence that could be intimidating. Zanil and Thabo's relationship was not hidden, in fact, it was flaunted on social media. Photos of them attending high-end events, traveling to exotic locations, and sharing intimate moments were all there for the world to see. Linda's heart broke as she scrolled through the images, feeling a mix of anger, betrayal, and sadness. She couldn't understand how Thabo, who had professed his love for her so convincingly, could betray her so easily. The pain of Thabo's betrayal was unbearable. Linda withdrew into herself, isolating from friends and family. Her studio, once a place of joy and creativity, became a space filled with sorrow and despair. Yet, in her darkest moments, she found solace in her art. She began to channel her pain into her paintings, creating pieces that were raw, emotional, and powerful. The vibrant colors of her earlier works were replaced with darker, more somber tones, reflecting her inner turmoil. Each painting was a cathartic release, helping her process her grief and begin the journey towards healing. As weeks turned into months, Linda started to find strength in her solitude. She reconnected with friends who offered their unwavering support and love. They encouraged her to showcase her new work, believing that her powerful art could resonate with others who had experienced similar heartache. With their encouragement, Linda decided to hold an exhibition. The event was a success, with many attendees moved by the depth of emotion in her paintings. Linda's journey of healing and self-discovery was evident in each piece, and she began to receive recognition not just as an artist, but as a survivor of betrayal and heartache. Meanwhile, Tobo's life was not as rosy as it seemed. The fallout from his actions weighed heavily on him. He realized too late the gravity of his mistakes and the pain he had caused Lindayo. Seeing her strength and the success she achieved without him filled him with regret. He understood that his pursuit of pleasure and ambition had led him astray, costing him the love of a truly remarkable woman. Tobo attempted to apologize, seeking redemption for his actions. He reached out to Lindayo, hoping to make amends and perhaps rekindle what they once had. When Tobo finally approached Lindayo to apologize, she listened but remained resolute. She thanked him for the lessons learned and made it clear that she had moved on. Lindayo's journey had taught her the importance of self-love and integrity. She realized that her happiness did not depend on Tobo or anyone else, but on her own strength and resilience. Tobo's apology was a step towards closure, but Lindayo knew that their chapter was over. She had grown beyond the pain and was ready to embrace a future filled with new possibilities. Lindayo's art continued to gain recognition, and she found herself at the center of Cape Town's vibrant art scene. Her exhibitions attracted art lovers from all over, each one moved by the emotional depth of her work. She also found new love, this time with a man who valued trust and mutual respect above all else. Their relationship was built on a foundation of honesty and understanding, something Lindayo had come to cherish deeply. Together, they explored the beauty of Cape Town, creating new memories and dreams. Tobo, on the other hand, reflected on his actions and vowed to become a better person. He understood that true success lay in honesty, respect, and integrity. His journey of self-improvement was a long one, filled with introspection and personal growth. He hoped that one day he could find forgiveness, not just from Lindayo, but from himself as well. Life in Cape Town went on, filled with stories of love, betrayal, and redemption. Lindayo's journey reminded everyone that even in the face of deceit, true love and integrity could prevail. Her story was a testament to the power of resilience and the importance of staying true to oneself. As she continued to paint, each piece was a celebration of her strength and the endless possibilities that life offered. Cape Town, with its stunning landscapes and vibrant culture, remained a city of hidden secrets and beautiful stories, much like Lindayo's own tale of romance and deceit. Lindayo's relationship with her new partner, Sifiso, brought her a kind of happiness she had never known before. Sifiso was attentive and supportive, always encouraging Lindayo to pursue her artistic dreams. They shared a deep bond, built on mutual respect and an understanding of each other's pasts. Their love was a quiet, steady flame, not the tempestuous fire she had experienced with Tobo. Together, they made plans for the future, dreams that included traveling, starting a family, and continuing to nurture their passions. Lindayo's art flourished in this new chapter of her life. She began to experiment with new styles and mediums, drawing inspiration from her journey of self-discovery and healing. Her work was featured in several prestigious galleries, and she even received invitations to exhibit internationally. Each piece told a story, not just of heartbreak and betrayal, but of resilience, growth, and the triumph of the human spirit. Her art became a beacon of hope for many who had faced similar struggles. Sifiso, who was a writer, found inspiration in Lindayo's strength and creativity. He wrote a series of essays about their love and the transformative power of art, which were published in a leading literary magazine. Their partnership was a beautiful synergy of words and visuals, each complementing the other in perfect harmony. They often collaborated on projects, blending Lindayo's visual artistry with Sifiso's lyrical prose, creating works that resonated deeply with their audience. Tobo, meanwhile, continued his journey of self-reflection. He immersed himself in work, trying to fill the void left by Lindayo's absence. But no amount of success or accolades could erase the regret he felt. He sought therapy, hoping to understand why he had sabotaged something so precious. Through this process, he learned about his own insecurities and fears, which had driven his need for validation and reckless behavior. It was a painful but necessary journey, one that eventually led to a profound transformation. As time passed, Thabo began to rebuild his life on new foundations. He started a mentorship program for young entrepreneurs, sharing his experiences and the lessons he had learned. He emphasized the importance of integrity and emotional intelligence in business, hoping to guide others away from the mistakes he had made. Through this work, Thabo found a new sense of purpose and fulfillment. He also reconnected with old friends and made amends where he could, slowly rebuilding the bridges he had burned. One day, Thabo and Lindai crossed paths at an art event. It was a brief encounter, but it was filled with a mutual recognition of how far they both had come. Thabo congratulated Lindai on her success, genuinely happy for her. Lindai, in turn, acknowledged Thabo's growth and the positive changes he had made. There was no animosity between them, just a quiet understanding and a sense of closure. They had both moved on, but the experience had shaped them into better versions of themselves. Lindai's life continued to be a tapestry of vibrant colors and rich experiences. She and Sifiso traveled extensively, each journey bringing new inspiration and adventures. They visited art museums, attended literary festivals, and immersed themselves in different cultures. These travels not only enriched their work but also strengthened their bond. They documented their travels through a joint blog, sharing their experiences and insights with a growing audience. Their story became a source of inspiration for many, a testament to the power of love, creativity, and resilience. As the years went by, Lindai's reputation as an artist continued to grow. She received numerous awards and accolades, and her works were sought after by collectors around the world. Despite her success, Lindai remained humble and grounded, always remembering the journey that had brought her here. She dedicated herself to mentoring young artists, offering them guidance and support as they navigated their own paths. Her studio became a haven for creativity and collaboration, a place where new talents could flourish. Sifiso also achieved great success as a writer, with several of his works being adapted into films and plays. His essays about love, art, and human connection resonated with readers everywhere, cementing his place as a prominent voice in contemporary literature. Together, he and Lindai created a legacy of art and words that would inspire generations to come. Their love story, built on the ashes of past betrayals and the strength of their mutual respect, stood as a beacon of hope and transformation. Cape Town, with its stunning landscapes and vibrant culture, continued to be the backdrop for many such stories. The city thrived with the energy of its people, each one adding their own unique chapter to its rich history. Lindai's tale of romance and deceit became one of many, a beautiful example of how love, integrity, and resilience could triumph over even the deepest wounds. And as she looked out over the city she loved, Lindai knew that her story was far from over. There were still many canvases to fill, many journeys to undertake, and many more chapters to write in the book of her life.